Okay, I believe that we are back live. Good news. Okay. Mm. Oh yeah. Okay, that's the guy here I was painting minutes ago, and yeah, I was having a coat of airbrushed paint on these big flames here. Then got a bit of my connection problem, but now we are back. Okay, so okay, let's do it. I think I just need to finish with the brush, a few touches here and there, and I will go to the next step. I'm not using the airbrush now for this. I've done already most of it. Okay, so if I see any spot here, for instance, that is still lacks a bit of that strong, thick base coat, given that the further away from the source, the less bright and the more green it will be. Okay. I think I have a really solid coat, so yeah, maybe at the very front here. So here, really, it's a game of patience, and the reward will come later. If I have a nice coat, my effect will be beautiful. If I have some micro holes, I would say, in the base coat, then the black underneath or dark dots would show. And so here it's really about getting that. But I think, yeah, the airbrush coat really was pretty powerful, so help with that. But again, I said it's good to do back and forth between the brush and the airbrush to make sure we apply the most appropriate method for each area. For some areas, they would take the airbrush better, some areas would take the brush better. Like for instance, this area here. On the edge, if I airbrush too much, I'll get too much here, but here with the brush, I can have my thick coat. You see here, kind of have this hole in the base coat. That's what we want to avoid and want to cover. Looks cool. Well, thank you. This is just a sketch at the moment. I'm doing all the hard work, so later I just have to put my paint on without having many coats to cover to get to the highlight. And so basically that's that. Yeah, it looks cool still in black and white. It's true. Well, it's not a pure white, it's greenish white. But I'm pretty happy. Yeah, okay, let's get to the next step. Yeah, cool. Finishing the green I have on my palette, well, the white green, and then I'll go to the next step. And I will use a sponge to sponge on some fluorescent paint on this fire and crystals. I did that already before, and it worked very well. So I'm going to do the same technique again. Before I do the rest of the OSL, yes, I will do a bit of work on the source itself. Because after the sponge work, I will be using a bit of airbrush to cover this. It works very well also. Hello, Jennifer Tim. I love it, thank you. It is still the early stages, but yeah, finding the right lighting. The sources of light would be the base, which is here. I got rid of the base. Yeah, so it's emitting some light as well, but mainly you see these sources, the fire here and the stones, and the rest is taking the light from that. So I can go pretty strong in some areas, you see, because at the moment I'm just sketching, but this is really cool because I can be pretty rough and really enhance my strongest lights. In fact, yes, I will do that. Reload the paint here. I think it's really the most important is to have a nice sketch. Hopla, here we go. So this paint here for my Skaven, they have all taken, they've been to work. Yeah, I can say so. Like this. So for instance here, I pick my lights, the highest lights. Like this. Here, points of interest here as well. Yep, okay. Just kind of a semi dry brush. The point is just to go pretty fast and have a good amount. Here we go. Yep, okay, and now, yes, I said the sponge. Let's take the sponge. Woohoo! Okay. This. Okay, here is the sponge with water. Okay, now it's taking the water. Ooh, it's pretty shy. I don't know if you see what I'm doing. So the X-sponge for makeup and just filling it with water. Oh yeah, here we go. Like this. And then just to have it damp, slightly damp. Oops. Oh no. Making a mess on the desk. Hopla. Tissue, and that's all right. Okay, let me have dry hands, and then yeah. Okay, good. And now I take my yellow paint, fluorescent paint. Here we go. Give it a good shake with the vortex mixer. Yep, good to go. Handshake, and let's go on the palette. A good amount. Cleaning the tube like this. The tube. The paint pot, or whatever you want to call it. Or whatever it's called, in fact. Okay. I'll start with the crystal, because that's what works pretty well. And so like this, you see, I can keep the recesses white. And let me check the main angle for this guy. I think it's this, you know. Some people will take it like this. It's cool with the fire, as true. This is all right too. Well, okay. I have something that allows both. So here is would be my strong light white here in the middle, and this circled by this let's go now. So of course I'm trying to avoid the recesses. Keep them as white as possible. Ooh. So it may be counterintuitive to start with this light glowing green, but in fact, because it emits the light and this is dominant, the dominant light comes from this, I want to do it first. Instead of painting normally and then repainting half of the model, because this is the dominant light. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it does, but the way I say it, hopefully is understandable. Okay. Something like this. This I think I have to do with the brush, but okay. At this stage in the painting, there is no big mistake, so that's cool. Of course, I get as much as I can. And you see it's a bit messy, and so that's why it makes sense to do it first. Oops. Oh no, my sponge. It's getting attacked by the spikes of the fire. dear little sponge. You have served well. Yes, okay, it's falling apart. I don't know if you see that. Oh no. Okay, and the rest will be even darker, so it's okay. If I cannot get to it, I'll do it with a brush maybe. Okay. Reloading the sponge. Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah, when it's drying and have a second coat, then all of a sudden it's way stronger, which is cool. Enables for a bit of modulation. Let's have his horns here. Can I have them like this? Yeah, cool. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to take the brush there. Of course. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Let's get it. The sponge is really getting hard. Let's do it. Whoa. You see, yes, this kind of spikes, kind of ripping the sponge. And this is working well because I have a strong base coat of that white. Okay, I will wash the here like this. Okay, very good. So here it's all about getting the sponge to do as much as possible for the first stages. But already you see it's coming out. It's pretty goddamn bright and vibrant. This is the most vibrant. Oh, whoa, could get better. Well, more vibrant when I add more contrast later. So if you want something to look brighter, you put it right next to something that is dark. And that way it will look brighter. Okay, I think I will now take the brush and cover. The airbrush could work, but I'll take the brush first. Here I can sponge. If it gets a bit in the recesses, that's all right, because these recesses, they are further away from the source, so some recesses will be still lighter than the rest, but not as bright as the recesses next to the source. So here I can cover them like this. Okay, now I'm cleaning the sponge. This. Ooh. I may have to take it to. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Cleaning the sponge so it doesn't dry, the paint doesn't dry on it. Yeah, I think I have pretty clean results. You see now, still a bit of greenery, but it's okay. Well, the sponge is kind of dead anyway. Sacrifice for the job. Beautiful sense of self-sacrifice, yes. Okay. Now with the brush, doing all these areas I couldn't get with the sponge, kind of the same, trying to not go in the recesses, although that's not my priority, not my absolute priority. My priority is just to make sure there is no hole in the flame without this fluorescent paint. Yeah, oh yeah. All the areas I could not get. So here there is no precision work, and that's why I can go a bit faster. Okay, something like this. Oh, it's pretty nice, even with the brush. Oof, it's strong. Yes, at this stage there is no real mistake, so that's perfect as long as it is diluted. Oh yeah, here definitely I could not get there with the sponge, so let's do it. Yeah, the only mistake at this stage is to not go high enough in the values. Because then you have to go back with the white and blah blah. I may have to go back with the white later, but here you see I go in the recesses slightly, do it on purpose. Wow, big recess. Let's do it again. This, yeah, kind of tinting this here, it's okay. I'll go and I think I will airbrush a bit of that fluorescent yellow just to have a coat in some areas where I want them darker. Yeah. So this is not some precision work, huh? So everybody can do it, right? If you're watching, this effect is not super hard, although it can be refined to pretty high extent, let's say. So you can get something very good if you refine it further. So, yeah, so you see, for instance, here maybe a little bit of that, because then I will use darker greens. If I have white, absolute white in there, I'm not sure that will work. But a very bright, just a very thin coat of that fluorescent paint, airbrushed, would tint this and make it look not absolutely white. Of course, there is one disadvantage doing this, and it is that I need the fire to be immaculate, so to have nothing else but that white and fluorescent and later darker greens on that fire, and at the same time I will have to paint everything around. And so if I want to keep this immaculate fire, I will have to be pretty careful painting the things that are around this. But bon, if I have a few errors, mistakes to correct, I think it's has to be accepted as part of the process. But here, getting this fluorescent effect, glowing effect from the fire is the messiest, and so I think I can paint the rest both quickly and cleanly. But this, if I don't use the right technique, it's gonna take me ages and ages and ages, and so I reversed. If you have seen my previous lives where I done the Stormfunds, I did it almost last, like the glowing effect, before the OSL, but here I'm starting with the OSL and this because it's taking the most room on the miniature. And then I will paint around this effect instead of painting the whole thing and then repainting over it to incorporate the effect. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I'm laughing because I think it looks kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna I think I have to pick some areas where my light will be the lightest. And airbrush, here it is. Time to have you back. Yeah, I will airbrush a bit of that, and then I will continue. But as I continue and incorporate my second green, I have my third and my fourth. I have them here. Okay, very good. Here, they're all here. I will incorporate this. It's a lot darker than this, of course. I will also start. This would be my highest highlight from the OSL, so I will do it at the same time. This will go again with the sponge and then kind of the dry brush I did plus coat of airbrush, and then I will do the same with the green, and I do the same with the dark green, and so that's my recipe. Just getting the paints ready, and then oh yeah, this is good. Yeah, and this AK is always ready, so it just spreads like butter. We say like butter, but more like something very creamy and cool, and well, perfect. Yes, AK, how to describe it? Perfect. And I'm not sponsored, I wish I was. Yeah, AK, sponsor me and send me all your good stuff. Thank you. And I will keep on spreading the truth about your products for real. That's, if you paint with Vallejo is okay, AK is superior. And I think especially if you consider that AK is almost the same price, more or less the same price as the Vallejo, wow, it's just a no-brainer. Okay. I will reduce a bit the pressure here. Reduce the pressure of the airbrush. I need something pretty gentle, and this is very well diluted because it's just a veil on some areas. And I don't need to use that for the OSL. This is too light for the OSL. Okay, let's try. Okay, good. So here, oh yeah, it's really strengthening the effect, and it's very smooth way. Strengthening where I already have some. And I still keep the white in some areas, but you know, it doesn't have to be white everywhere. almost use everything. You know what? Yeah, let's have a bit on the horns. Yep, cool. This guy should have some here on the eye, but this I will have to do later because I should have the holes like here in the eye socket. This also, yeah, I'll do later. The eye is too small. Hi, Chihag. Chihag? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Something like this. Yeah, I think that's cool. It's good enough. Super duper strong. And I still have some white in some recesses. Maybe a bit too much here. Here as well. It's hard to paint. I think the hardest is not the technical application with the hand control and everything. I think the hardest is the vision. The vision of the results, and so you can think about the steps and then arrange the steps in the correct order. I think that's this, what I've done is no precision, so no need to be super technical. But every step I would say is still a risk because I could fail and ruin what I've done. That is the objective truth. So I'm trying not to do that, not to do too much, something like this, you see. If I do too much, then it's a problem. If I do not enough and I go to the next step, it won't be as great. I have to come back. So for real, there are a few challenges, but it's not really. I think it's very much the vision and the organization, and not the execution exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh! I almost forgot this. Wow. Yes, easy to forget something, really. Let me take my sponge. Let me think. I will go with that directly small switch. Yeah, small switch, okay. So you see here, my mistake, forgot this. But it's okay because it's small, so be it, something like this. I wanted to keep some of the nice white in the... you know what? I'll remove some of that paint. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh my god. The music? I want the music back. Okay. And fluorescent paint really pretty long to dry, so this is perfectly appropriate for this kind of removal here. And so now, yeah, I think it's good enough. I have a second airbrush pass, but you see some areas that are already marked. Oh, it already looks like it's glowing. So I have to wait for it to dry slightly. Okay. Overall, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay, and I can always come back with the white, glaze back, kind of do a controlled wash in some recesses if I need them to go back to white. Yeah, okay. Oh, and that is drastic. My whole paint job is going to be drastic. Oh, you know what? Waiting for the crystal here to dry. I will do some here. Oh yeah, but my coat is not as strong, so anyway. So kind of everything is in tone. Oh. Oops, have to have a bit more. You know what, I'll take some here, put it down here. Took what was on my palette. Hopefully that will be enough to just finish that. It's already diluted. That's fine. Yeah, so you see now, I don't know if you see that because it's kind of overexposed on camera, but some areas that are in the recesses, they're still lighter than the edges of these tiny crystals, kind of the sharp edges, but nothing is white because I have sprayed the whole thing. But because the edges have received their second coat compared to the recesses, they look darker, and so they still look white like the recesses, although in fact I've gone over it maybe a bit too much. I think it's all right. I think it's all right. What was I doing? Oh, the base. Yes, okay, I finished the base, and then I go to my next color, darker. And hello, Fryan, the keygen man. You know what? The base isn't even important. I'll do it with the brush later. Cleaning the airbrush, so just kind of maintaining between the coats, otherwise I may have some drying stuff on it. And because I alternate like sponge, brush, airbrush, that will have time to dry, and I don't want that. So a bit of airbrush cleaner inside, and so that will help getting something very clean for the next color. Cleaning the tip here, you see that the needle. Usually takes a bit of rubbing, but with the cleaning medium it helps. Yep, you see that? I don't know if you see that. Ish, here. Yes, okay. So that was on my needle, and now I will spray that so it gets into like the nozzle and everything, like this. I think I can have everything, it's okay. Yep, okay, finished. And now I will fill the airbrush with some airbrush thinner just to have it kept wet while I do like the sponge work and everything. Okay, now it's ready. Put it on the side and take the sponge again. But this time I will take this color. Okay, and this will be a very stark contrast with the fluorescent yellow. First, because this is not fluorescent, and this is still a bit darker. Okay, let's start. Let me check which areas of the fire I want brighter. So here, and this here, and this darker. So you see already here, some darkening is appearing, but this, I don't like this. Here in the hole, should not be. Okay, something like this, better. I go over it again, like this. Yes, but more smoothly. Okay. Because I'll go to a very dark green, and so I really need to bring that down. Let me check. Let's say that would be my main angle, like this. And so here lighter, darker, lighter, darker. Here, yeah, could be darker. And the rest, all the rest would be darker as well. Down to something pretty dark. But here, definitely something here. I don't need the mask. Whew. Otherwise it's too hot. In fact, I'm getting hot here. Not moving, but the focus. So you see that now, right? Here it's a bit lighter than here. Well, it's just the beginning. I'll bring a good amount of contrast in there, for sure. That's what will really create that glowing effect, is the contrast. And so that's a bit of a scary step. Now it's kind of looking cool and bright and everything. Do you like chess? I do. I do. In fact, I used to play. Now I don't really have time to play, but yeah, if you go onto my channel, in fact, you look at my long form videos, I made a custom chess diorama. I think that's very uncommon, and it has no views, like just a few, like 100 something. And the presentation is not right. I get that, but I think you can still have a look. If you love chess, you will see it's about bishop getting to, about to swipe, to wipe out, or to slash a king. You know, just for about to checkmate, in fact. So you may like it if you like chess. I think I'm still happy with the idea I had. Maybe the execution was lacking, but it was a long time ago. So yeah, that's my excuse. And so here, the more I go, the less I do. The darker it gets, the less I apply. bit more paint. Hi, Leo Zepeda. I hope I got that right. Sorry if I haven't. Okay. This bit of contrast is the right spot, so that's cool. You got it right. Very nice. Okay, now this guy here, yeah, something like this, and this big part here. Love the paint job. You're doing really good. Well, thank you. It's the beginning, and so I still have plenty more chances to screw up. And now it's just kind of easy and fun, but I have to be very careful with the application. Okay. Okay. I will now take the brush and kind of do this kind of dry brush. Light dry brush that is not totally dry in the areas where I could not access with the egg sponge that I'm cleaning now. That's what I'm doing. So I don't know if you see here on the camera, it's like up and rinse and up, load with water and rinse, load and rinse, load and rinse until it gets clear enough. Yeah, I think it's clear enough. I will wash it probably at the end of the session, but I want to back and forth while I am live, you see. Okay, so now this guy here, and I will take my no such thing as a mistake, only happy accidents. You know what? It is true, and that's why I try to paint without over controlling the thing. I'm sure you know what I mean. Sometimes you just want that exact thing, and it takes you ages, and it's not that great. And sometimes you just like do some maestro thing, and it just works beautifully, and it was quick and easy, and so I'm trying to maximize that by doing what I'm doing now, which is kind of, you know, just doing things as they come. But this kind of dry brush works so nice here for what I'm doing. So it's cool. Yeah, okay. Oh, I will have some here also, forwarding this guy here. As usual. Sorry, I got to, it's late where I am, check out more stuff. Bye. Bye, Josepeda. Have a good one. Don't be sorry, I was glad to have you. And so I'm doing the green first, if you're wondering, if you just join or whatever, because it's the dominant light. And so in fact, I will paint what remain. Have I done this? Yeah, okay, yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit like this. I think it's a bit too bright here, so. Oh yeah, you can see here. Okay, okay, cool, cool. So here I'm starting the modulation in the intensity of the light, which means that I'm darkening some areas. It's like this area darker is great, great, great. So this is a bit too dark, you see. But at the same time, it's okay, I guess. Because I'm about to just go even darker. And so I try to, make sure I cover everything I have to cover before I move to the next step. That will avoid some time consuming back and forth. Now you see here, we see the effect of the green. Ooh. I gotta go now, but I'll try to tune in next time, but no guarantees. No pressure, mate. Priam, no pressure. I was glad to have you as well, you know. And this is, if you cannot watch the thing now, you want to continue later, it's available on the channel as well. So good news, nothing to really worry about. But I appreciate the communication, like no gradings when you come and when you leave. I understand. And now again, I will take my airbrush and shook, brush some of that. Oh, I think here would be a nice area to have it darker. Where? Oh, maybe, yeah, here. And lighter there and darker here. Yeah, very cool. Oopla, sorry, here in the frame, like this. And there is one flaw in my preparation, is that I have to put it on the base later, and so the feet, I have to redo them once it's on the base. But I will do all the rest, and maybe just these two areas. So I have to rework them a little bit once it will be on the base. But the choice I have already taken. Oops. Okay. And now, what should I do? Let me think. I think I will take the... Okay. Yeah, I have already a slight difference in that. Oh, it's beautiful. I think it's looking cool. I'll do more. Yeah, okay, a bit more. Just a little bit more. Especially when it's a bit diluted. I don't get this too harsh transition. But still has a great effect on the paint, and it's important for me because I will go over it with darker paints even. Oh, here. Okay, and again, I will take the airbrush and kind of smooth out some transitions very gently. Things are already good. You see, start to have a bit of contrast in that very bright fire, which is what makes it interesting. Or should I get some... Oh, it's moving a bit on the base. Yeah, this is pretty useless. Let me trying to fix it. So this DIY handle is not the best, but definitely not the worst. Okay, yeah, it's better. Okay, cool. Anyway, I will repaint this, so if I weather the paint on the edges, I think it's all right, because I will end up repainting it. Let me think for the next step. Yeah, I think I will go with a bit of that green like this, which is on the palette, and I can put it directly onto my airbrush here. I want something very, very gentle, just to shade. Okay, exactly. I just want to shade the thing. Okay, let's see what I have. Yep, very good. So having it as a filter, you see, like this. Oh, in fact, I will need a bit more. Interesting. It's so light that I can go and I think I don't have much. I have some more. It's working fine. Especially now I can start to do the OSL with that as well. The OSL on the body, and not only the shadows on the flame. Okay, I think it's okay. Let's try. So this is maybe a bit too diluted for the OSL, but let's do it anyway. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Okay. Now I start working on the OSL itself. Why does it look so fantastic? It's so easy. And that's why the white base coat was so important. because now this in fact it's very 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 thin green that I'm applying, but looks really efficient because it's on top of the white. Because there will also be the glow from the ground, so this will be glowing, so that's why I have a bit more. This has to be pretty strong, then I will darken it on the edges. I reload the brush. So now you see it was all white. Now it's all green. No big surprise. But I will continue. What is it? Ever thinner, yes. Okay, and a bit more of the paint. I have to reload. Oops. I need a bit more thinner. Yep, okay, well thin down, otherwise it's gonna make some nasty blobs. Okay, let's continue. Everything will be refined later. This is just kind of the base coat. Oops. How to say? The needle has dry paint on it, so I have to clean the needle. Okay, good. Something like this. Oops, sorry. Yeah, like this. Okay, cool. I don't know if you can see what I got, but in fact, I got a little blob of paint dried on the needle. And this effect should be pretty strong. This light here, I can go and cover and get a good coverage of that. Later it will be, oops, it's not precise enough. Yeah, something like this. This is very thin, so it's easy to cover, to remove.